Okay, so I think we're live. Awesome, awesome. We are live. All right, so today I wanted to go through a few questions people had about being authors and then looking to establish themselves as thought leaders, looking to establish themselves as a key voice in their industry or in whatever it is that their book is related to. That's what this video is. So there is another video kind of going through how you can create a content strategy to do that, but this video is just answering a few things more tactically, I would say. So let's go through. So the first question is, should I start with long form content instead of short videos? If you're an author, I would say definitely go for long form first. And here's why. As an author with long form, you already have a lot of the long form content, which is your book. The idea is to then take bits and pieces from that book and then use that to create your content. And then once you have that, you can then extract the key, what I say, nuggets that come from short pieces of that long form video that you can then put as shorts. So you can, let's say you have a 10-minute video, for example. Within there, there'll be little bits and little, what I say, sound bites that you can take to make your short video. So I would just do that. So create the long form, put the effort into the long form, and then tease out the short form videos. But also make sure that there's a link from the short form videos back to the long form. The short form is really good for people to discover you, but the long form is where people really get to know you. And then you can build that know, like, and trust factor. All right, let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, how can I turn my book into a year's worth of content? I'm glad you asked. It's really pretty easy, actually. What I would say is, let's imagine your book has 12 chapters, just for ease and convenience. It has 12 chapters. What you could do is, from each chapter, tease out maybe 4 key points of those, and then you can use those 4 key points as the main ideas for videos for the week, for each week, I mean, within the month. So in the first month, let's say you take chapter 1. Within chapter 1, you have one key idea. You talk about it for anything between 8 and 16 minutes. Put that out as your long form. And then afterwards, you can then take snippets from that long form video and then create shorts for it. But that's the way I would do it, basically. And then if you keep rinsing and repeating, so do 4 videos, 4 long form videos a month, and then duplicate that to yes, if you do 4 long form videos a month, and then from that you tease out your short videos, in the space of a year, you have 48 videos. But if you also add maybe 3 short form videos from each long form, you're looking at 4 videos a week. And then so that's 16 a month, which if you then multiply that by 12, that's what you're testing my math here, but let's quickly do the math, shall we? So let's say you have 16 videos and you multiply that by 12, you have 192 videos. Obviously, there are a lot more. Yeah, I just think it's something worth looking into. All right, let's move on to the next question, shall we? Just so we don't lose out on time. All right, next question. What's the best way to get ideas out of my head and into content? What I'd say basically is, don't overthink it. What you need to do is just speak. We are all used to speaking. Speaking is something we do every day, in speaking to our peers and speaking to our friends. So all we have to do is just speak. I would say just get your phone, record yourself answering a question to do with your topic or the thing that you're trying to get out of your head, right? Or maybe even do it with a friend. Get a friend you can interview and let them ask you questions. In them asking you questions about it, you're able to just talk. And that's probably the most natural thing. So just get it out of your head and talk. Well, once you've spoken, that's not where the work ends. You can then transcribe that audio, and there are many tools available, free and paid, that you can use to transcribe your audio. Once you have it transcribed, that's where the magic happens, because then you could turn it into a blog post. You could take snippets from it and turn it into X posts. You could also turn it into a YouTube video script and then create a video with that after you've reorganized the thoughts. But the idea, anyway, is to just get things out of your head and out in some form. I find speaking is easier than typing, and I just feel like it's faster. But if you prefer typing or writing because it gives you time to process thoughts, do that as well. The idea basically is just get it out of your head in as rough a way as you need to. Just get it out so that once it's out in the open, it can then be worked on. All right, let's keep going. Why do you recommend Substack for blogging? Well, I would say Substack is more than just for blogging. It's a publication platform that can handle video, audio, also in terms of podcasts, for example. You can also, it's like a mix of different social media combined. So it's like adding YouTube for videos. It's like um, Spotify or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts for the audio side of things. It's like Medium for blogging. It's like Threads for adding short notes out there. You've also got, it's just got a mix of everything. So it's a nice place to house everything. Plus, it's a way to also interact directly with your subscribers or followers, whatever you want to call them, and also get their contact details by email address. And in so doing, you're able to actually reach out to them on a more personal note. So that's why I would say I would definitely recommend Substack if you're looking at a place where you can, a place that can house basically all the different kinds of your content. I'm not saying don't use the other social media platforms. Please, by all means, do. They do have, at the moment, they have a wider reach than Substack, but I think Substack is great for putting out your written content, particularly your long form written content. Next question. What's Descript and why is it great for content creators? Okay, Descript is a tool that I pay a monthly subscription for, and I'm happy to pay that money. It can be a bit on the higher side for people who are, for those who are not used to spending money on subscription services, but I think it's well worth it. So Descript is a tool for video editing, but it also leverages AI. So rather than editing the usual way, like you looking at a timeline visually and editing it, what you would do instead is transcribe the video. So it's particularly good for videos where there's a lot of talking and educational videos. With that, you can then, just by listening and just by transcribing rather than seeing the text of the video in the tool, it then means that you can edit using just text. And editing can be as simple as deleting text and it would just delete that portion of the video. But it can also do other things. You can use AI to prompt it and say, come up with the different chapters in the video and then put visuals to it, or put maybe a text overlay. By just giving it instructions, it can get it done. So it can be quite a simple way of getting your thoughts and ideas out there and editing it really quickly in a way that's pretty intuitive. Besides that, it also has AI tools such as maybe AI image generation. It's also got stock footage. It's also got AI voice generation, which I'm not a huge fan of, but that is available there as well. There are many things. So just as a one-stop shop tool that you could use for creating your videos, I think it's really great. It also has the ability to use short form. So to create short form videos, it has the ability to create short form videos. With that, you can then take your long form video and then repurpose it as short form. And you can tell it's AI, which is called Underlord, to actually do that for you. So it's a really, really cool tool. And I recommend you try it out. Can AI really help me make a podcast or video without recording myself? Yeah. There's a tool called Google Notebook LM, and it can take any content you give it in written form, for example, and turn it into a podcast with two people talking about the topic or the writing that you put up. So AI can do that. You've got tools like Descript, which can also generate voices. So turn your ideas into an audio podcast. But with, again, a tool like Descript, you can also take, this is not an advert for Descript, by the way. I just think it's an amazing tool to use. So that's why I mentioned them a lot. But then it also has stock footage. So you can literally even tell it to take the audio that you've already given it and add stock footage on it to make it more interesting. So AI can help you a lot with putting it out there. And if you don't want to show your face, that's possible. However, I will say though, that the more you are able to appear on camera and just be there, the more people relate with you, relate with you and associate you with the ideas. But if to start off, you're not really feeling like putting yourself out there, yes, there are ways AI can help you. AI is basically reducing the barrier to content creation. So you might as well hop on the AI train. All right, let's keep going. Next question. How can I turn long YouTube videos into shorts automatically? I sort of answered this in previous question, but let's try that. So the way you would do it is, I would say, create a long form video first. That would be the first step, actually have the long form video. Then the next part in it would be to use different tools that are available to just help you find the key segments or key sound bites in your recording and then export it as a shorts video. Another thing about shorts is that it's quite helpful to have the captions baked in. That way, if people are scrolling and let's say the volume isn't on, they can still get a sense of what the video is because of the text that's showing on the screen. So tools that can help you with this include Opus Clip. vidIQ actually has the facility or the feature within their tool, although it's for many other things, but within their tool to generate shorts. So that's pretty helpful too. Then, like I mentioned, Descript also does it. You just use the Underlord tool to convert your long form to short form. And if you've already edited your video within Descript, it probably is a good idea to use Descript for the short form as well, just because not only can it get the key ideas, but it can also move the elements around such that it fits better in the shorts platform rather than other tools which may have to crop you out or crop parts of you out in order for it to fit in the vertical form. So that's something to try out. That, but there are many tools like that, and what those tools will do would basically go through your video and then just pick out key points and turn those into vertical YouTube shorts. There's a tool. Let me think which tool it is. Oh yeah, just another thing to mention, Descript can actually post directly to YouTube for you, so you don't have to download it and then export again. You can just do it in one tool. I think vidIQ can also do that as well. So, and possibly Opus Clip, actually. I think all the tools that do this probably have some of that facility, so you could do that and just save yourself time. All right, next question. Should I post my shorts on both YouTube and TikTok? It's not a straightforward yes or no, and let me explain why. In general, if your videos are short videos like YouTube Shorts and in vertical format, then yes, it's a good format for TikTok. The question is a thing of length. So are you putting short length videos like less than 30 seconds, or is your short video up to 3 minutes? And then would that work well for your TikTok audience? That's the question there. But the other question is about spreading yourself thin. So let's say, for example, things go wildly better than you expect, and you have people viewing your content both on YouTube and TikTok. Do you have the time to engage with users on TikTok that are commenting as well as users on YouTube? If you do, or you have a team to help you, that's great. But the idea is the received wisdom about content creation is focus on one platform first before you expand, and make sure you do one platform very well. That's the received wisdom. In practice, you could have a look and see what works for you. If you find that you're not able to give enough attention to one platform, it may be better to focus on one first and then expand afterwards. But in general, if they are the same size, you can. But the other thing to mention, though, is don't post a video that has a TikTok logo or a YouTube logo on it on each other's platforms. I don't think it does very well when you do that. So export the video and upload them natively to either platform. Okay, let's move on. How do I make my videos engaging if I don't want to be on camera? Stock footage, B-roll, basically. And that can be anything from scenery. It can also be illustrated videos. Remember those whiteboard videos? Those are some you could do as well. You could also have videos that have the text of what's being said on there, but then with nice imagery or things in the background. If you're looking to have the video be very engaging, you want to change the background very frequently. But if it's a slow, chill video that you just want people to pay attention more to the audio, so what has been said, than the visuals, then you want to keep the visuals simple but moving. So not static necessarily, but moving. If you have to have static, then let the video or the static image change very frequently. But yeah, there are many footage that you can get online that you can use for your content. Obviously, you want to make sure that you have the license to do that. So where you can get your footage, you can get your footage from places like Artlist. Artlist is the one that's been advertising a lot, so you can get from there. I think their lowest plan starts from about, I don't know whether it's 15 or $16 upwards. Um, Besides that, there are other tools like Descript again that I mentioned, which already have the footage in there, and you are licensed to use the footage that's available there. Besides that, I think CapCut also has footage, stock footage that you can use, and this is both pictures and video. Then there are other free ones as well that require attribution, such as Pixabay and Pexels. So there are many available. Just make sure that whatever images you use, ensure that they have you have the license to do so. Also, if you're working with a lot of static images, what you can do to make them a little bit more dynamic would be to include zoom ins and zoom outs. So got a static image, but keep zooming in and zooming out. Like for each video, I would just do one motion. So picture, zoom in, another picture, zoom out, that sort of thing, just to make it a little bit more dynamic if you're working with just static images. Okay. Next question. How do I know if my YouTube strategy is working? Check the numbers, basically. So are you getting views? That's the first question. Are you getting views at all? If you're not getting views, then something isn't working so well. Then another thing is, okay, how many views are you getting? Are you getting more views than you were from previous videos, or are you getting fewer? Are there things that you can tweak and test to see what works well? The thing is, if you put content out there, yes, people may discover it more, or fewer people may find it as you might want. But the important thing is to just keep checking, and as you check, keep tweaking. So tweak things like the duration of the video, tweak the format of the video, tweak the kind of imagery you use. There are many things that you can tweak and keep testing. Also, change out the packaging. So that's your thumbnail, your title, and your description. So change things, vary things from video to video, and keep testing even on old videos to see what works and what doesn't. But when you change things, make sure you change just one thing at a time, so you can see what is working. But if you change too many things at the same time, you may not necessarily see what's working. So I recommend that you, change only the parts that only one thing at a time, basically, is what I would say. But yeah, check your analytics. Analytics are available on YouTube. If you go to the YouTube studio, click on there, then you'll see a button for analytics. Click on that, and then you can see the analytics, different things from demographics to time spent on video, that sort of thing. So keep checking those, and then try to tweak things to get improvements on them. All right. What does working with a YouTube strategist actually look like? Well, the YouTube strategist is there to be a partner with you in creating content, right? So you provide the content, they provide the systems and strategies to make it sustainable, to make it reach the people that you're looking for it to reach, and to apply the best practices in content creation. That way, your content can reach as many people as possible, or as many people in your intended audience as possible. But basically, think of a content strategist as somebody who comes with you as a partner on your channel to make sure that you are able to reach more people and achieve the goals that you have for your YouTube channel. And people have different goals, from getting as many subscribers or followers as possible to maybe getting a particular kind of follower. So maybe you want people who are interested in your business, for example, and people with a higher intent to buy. A strategist can help you with ideas on videos and formats that would work for that demographic that you're looking for. It could be a case where you're looking to increase the average view duration or get your watch hours to a certain level. Again, a content strategist or YouTube strategist should be able to help you with that. All right, those are the answers to the questions we had about authors becoming content creators. Now, if you are here, because this is a live video, let me know if you have any questions or thoughts before I close down this live stream. But I hope it was helpful to you. And if you're watching this on the replay and you have further questions, let me know. If I have a wide range of questions, I will create another video just answering those questions. If not, I'll just answer in the comments. But yeah, I think overall this has been a good session. I hope I've answered a lot of your questions. If you are interested in working with me as your YouTube strategist, let me know in the comments and I'll let you know how to reach me. And I'll work with you on your YouTube channel to help you grow that YouTube channel. And just give you hints and tips, maybe some quick wins as well to help you get further. But in particular, I'm looking for authors who are looking to put themselves out there with the mission of getting more people to hear their message and take action as a result. And particularly if you already have a book, you already have, what I say, a treasure trove of content. The idea is to now take the ideas from your book, create content about it, and let people get to know you better, trust you, like you. And then if you do have a product to sell, it would then mean that you've got a warm audience of people who are actually interested in what you have to say and what you have to sell because of the content that you're putting forward, which is undergirded or held together by the book you've created. So if that sounds interesting to you, let me know in the comments and we can take the conversation forward from there. But yeah, otherwise, I think I will be ending the stream right now. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. My name's Aura, and I look forward to seeing you in another live stream. Take care.